from Disney World. Today is marathon weekend. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, January 3rd, and we are kicking off another Disney World vlog. This time it is another Run Disney vlog because we will be running marathon weekend. If you guys didn't know, last year Lucas and I ran our very first marathon with Run Disney here at Disney World, and so we were very excited to tackle our second marathon ever this Sunday. In addition to the marathon, yours truly will also be running the Dopey Challenge. And if you're not familiar with the Dopey Challenge, it is a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, and a full marathon all on consecutive days. So from Thursday to Sunday, I will be running and accumulating 48.6 miles. Definitely a challenge. Very excited to give it my best shot and very excited to bring you guys along for the journey. But before we get to all those exciting races, I wanted to take today to show you guys Expo Day, which is basically when we pick up our bibs, we do a little shopping. We also are able to kind of embrace our hotel a little bit more, kind of relax here at the resort. This trip we will be staying at Art of Animation. As you can see, we are staying at the Finding Nemo Family Suite, which is one of the newly renovated rooms here at Art of Animation. This is our very first time staying here at this hotel, but we are very excited so far. I will insert a quick clip of a hotel room tour that I filmed late last night. Swanson and Wilson party! Cute. Oh, the music.
Oh, it's my favorite.
That's cool.
Because I love the Finding Nemo soundtrack.
So here we are at the front door. Here is the initial living space, kind of like a dining area, but I believe this is the second bed. Walking over here is the main living room space. I don't know if this pulls out or not. I feel like it does. Got the TV, Swanson and Wilson party. It's playing Finding Nemo music, which Lucas is very excited about. Just look at the decoration and the floor. Oh my goodness, little kitchenette situation right here. Here's one of two bathrooms. Hello, there's me and Lucas. Oh, that's fun.
You take a shower with Bruce.
Dory. This is a really big bathroom. And then over here is the bedroom. Lucas is just having a great time. Are you just taking a moment?
I love this song.
Back to what I was saying, this is the bedroom. So there's also a TV on this side with also decorated dressers. And then we have the second bathroom here. And it says, "Fish are friends." I love that.
Time for school, time for school.
Time for school.
Who's ready to learn and get some knowledge?
The drop off.
Oh.
So as you guys can tell, we really love the room. We are big fans of Finding Nemo. The reason why we are staying at the family suite is because Lucas's mom and Bill will be joining us for this trip. They've never been to Disney World, so I'm so excited to tour them around. But they are also very aware that this is a race weekend. They know that we won't be able to do everything, but they're very excited to cheer us on at the races. I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking because for today's plan, we do have to head over to Expo. We are boarding group 35 in the virtual queue, and they're just starting to open up the boarding groups. And so we're gonna hop on a bus, make our way over to the ESPN Wide World of Sports Center to pick up our bibs and enjoy all of the Expo Day festivities. So we will bring you guys along for that journey, and then I'll check in again later today. Merch is always wild. I got most of the things that I wanted, but they've sold out of the Dopey jacket, so that sucks. We have a replenishment here before we go pick up the bibs. How is it?
Surprisingly, for Joffrey's, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, we actually don't usually like Joffrey's, but it's a win. Or we're just desperate.
I'll be desperate.
we are back at the hotel. That concludes the expo portion of today. We had a lot of fun spending the last, I think, 5 hours over at the ESPN Center, doing all the shopping and doing all the Run Disney things. I'll give you guys a quick update before we move on to the haul portion of this video, where I'll show you some of the things we picked up. There's just something special about Expo Day because everyone has the energy, they're anticipating the races. Typically when Lucas and I go to Run Disney Expos, the merch center is one of the higher priorities of the weekend. I'm a sucker for good merch. This is no surprise to anybody. And so we started off there. We ended up getting boarding group 35, which is like on the earlier end, but we still didn't get into the merch center until about an hour past opening. And so unfortunately, one of the items that I really wanted was sold out by the time we got there. Only an hour in, it was one of the Dopey jackets that were super cute. I get why they were a hot commodity this year. So unfortunately didn't get that, but I did get a chance to pick up some of the other items that were on my list, and then a couple of other items that were not on the list that ended up in our basket. And so I will show you guys that haul in a minute. After we shopped, we got a quick coffee over at Joffrey's because these lines are long, let me tell you. So we picked up some coffees to enjoy while we were waiting in line for our bibs. I have 2 bibs for this week because I'm running Dopey. The 5K and the 10K will be 1 bib, and then I'll be putting on the second bib for the half and the full marathon. I am so excited to see the Corral letter C on my marathon and half marathon bib. Last year we were E, and so we felt the pressure of the balloon ladies, feeling excited that at least I have a little bit more of a buffer than I did last year. And then for the 5K and 10K, I was in Corral D. So yeah, we picked up our bibs. From there, we made our way over to the Expo Center where we picked up our shirts. We had 4 goals over at the Expo Center. 1 was to obviously pick up our shirts and our gear bag. And then 2 was to not spend more money than we needed to because we had spent so much money over at the merch center. So that was number 2, was to stay on budget. Goal number 3 was to meet Jeff Galloway. Really polite, amazing, and inspiring man. He's the Olympian who had formulated the run, walk, run method and literally inspired me to start training for my first marathon. And so we did get a chance to meet with him last year, but this year we returned to meet with him once again because I brought a couple of books of his that I wanted him to sign. We brought 2 books for Jeff Galloway to sign. The first one is his Run, Walk, Run method book. And then he also signed this marathon book. And this one was actually copywritten in 2000. This was actually a gift from Lucas's grandmother, who has also ran her fair share of marathons. And so she sent us this. And so I thought I would get that autographed as well. And then the 4th goal over at Expo was to stop by at BB Brooks' booth. In years past, I've purchased band buttons for my Magic Band. As you guys can see here, I have the 26.2 and the 19.3 band buttons for the marathon last year, and then the Princess Fairy Tale Challenge that we ran last year as well. I am so excited because there is still 1 more spot left for 48.6, and so fingers crossed all goes well this weekend and I can add the Dopey Challenge to my Magic Band. So I went ahead and purchased the 48.6 band button to put on my Magic Band whenever I do get to complete the Dopey Challenge. And then I also picked up a couple of things that were not originally on the shopping list, and it's these necklaces. And so I purchased this one. It's kind of like Mickey doing a peace sign. And then I also purchased this Mickey necklace as well. I had purchased this one last year, but it had broken since. And so I went ahead and replaced it and got it for this trip. And so yes, I love the layered look. Now that I've updated you guys on how we spent the first part of the day, I'm gonna go ahead and switch locations so that I can get in a good spot to show you guys what we purchased at the merch center for Marathon Weekend 2024. Okay, so I think this angle is gonna have to do. So I'm gonna start off with the t-shirts that we were given as part of registration. And so for every race that you sign up for with Run Disney, you do get a complimentary t-shirt. And because it is January, they hand out the long sleeves, which are my personal favorite. First up is the 5K, which is themed Pluto. So it's in this nice yellow, kind of like a golden yellow shirt. 10K is going to be Chippendale, and it's this nice fiery orange color. Next is the half marathon, which is 13.1 miles, has Donald and Daisy. And then this is the one that Lucas also has because he signed up for the marathon as well, but this is going to be the 26.2 marathon. I love this maroon color this year. Because I'm running the Dopey, I'm also running the Goofy. The Goofy challenge is the half marathon and the full marathon. So I have turquoisey, pretty aquamarine color for 39.3 miles. And then of course the coveted Dopey shirt. So this is the Dopey challenge shirt, 48.6. I really hope I get to wear this on Sunday at the parks. So that's all the complimentary t-shirts. In addition to that, we also purchased other clothing items, and I'll start off with the Spirit jersey. Thankfully, they allowed this for pre-order, so I went ahead and pre-ordered. It's this awesome blue color, but it's an ombre. And then the back, of course, is what's the selling point, right? So it's 2024 Marathon, Walt Disney World, and then it has all of Mickey and his friends within the word weekend. I also got a couple of Dopey shirts. So it says Dopey Challenge 48.6 miles. I did it. It says running is no minor feat. And then the last two clothing items that we got are these jackets that Lucas and I both got. We got one each, these white Marathon Weekend jackets, and then this is what the back looks like. Marathon Weekend. Lucas also grabbed one of the Nike hats that say Marathon Weekend on them. Just like last year, I ended up getting the new 2024 Marathon Weekend ears. I wasn't planning on getting them, but here we are. This one I did plan to get, and it is the sneaker ornament. I have a collection of sneaker ornaments that I get every single time I do a Run Disney race, and so I did get this weekend's sneaker ornament to add to our treat for 2024. And then the last few items are all going to be pins, and so I did also pre-purchase the event weekend pin kind of package because I wanted every single pin. I love collecting like the actual Marathon Weekend pin, which looks like this. But then in addition to that, I also wanted to purchase each race's pin, and they come with 3 each. So for example, I'll show you guys the Dopey one. There is the 48.6 mileage pin that looks like this year. And then they also have this one that has like a cool fun feature where the Dopey opens and says I did it. So this is like their I did it pin. And then this is my favorite one, and it is the medal replica pin. So each race has a medal, obviously, and then each medal has a corresponding medal pin that matches it. In addition to Dopey, of course, we have the 5K pins, 10K with Chip and Dale, half marathon with Donald and Daisy, the Goofy Challenge, which I love the color of these, and then of course the actual marathon 26.2 ones as well. So I got all the pins for my collection, and I'm super excited about it, but that concludes all the things that I did purchase. I'm very, very excited, and all the things that we purchased today bring me so much joy. For the rest of this afternoon, we're actually going to be spending it with Lucas's mom and her partner, Bill. They just flew in about an hour ago, and so we're getting the hotel ready for them to arrive. We have some dinner reservations over at Disney Springs, which again, we will show you guys what we get up to once we get there, and I'll get some clips when I can, but really we're just gonna soak up some quality time with family. And so that's the plan at Disney Springs this evening, and then I will check in with you guys late tonight when we are getting ready for the 5K tomorrow. So I'll talk to you guys in a few hours. And we are back at the hotel from Disney Springs. We had a lovely evening showing my mother-in-law and Bill around Disney Springs. We popped in and out of different shops. We went to World of Disney, of course, and I picked up a new hoodie. And then we also stopped at Amorette's Patisserie Shop, I believe is what it's called, to pick up some pastries to enjoy here at the hotel. And then of course we had dinner. We had reservations over at Raglan Road, which was a great experience. We were so excited to see the musical performers and the dancers, and it was such a great evening catching up and soaking up some quality time. It is a little bit later than planned. We had a lot of fun, but I'm gonna go ahead and catch some rest because tomorrow is 5K day for me. I will be waking up in a few hours, I think about 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. We will see, to start the race at 5 a.m. tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here, but stay tuned for part 2 or day 1 of the Run Disney races, where I will be running 3.1 miles or a 5K. So until the next one, I'll talk to you guys soon.